Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're doing well. Also hope that you enjoy my piece of headwear here. Yeah, so this is a pro tip from me to you. You know, a lot of fragrances, they come with like little plastic slip covers. Those double as cool looking caps. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're not talking about sick headwear. We're talking about stuff that is perfect. And friends, there ain't nothing perfect on this planet. Nothing, man. There's something wrong with everything. Except for one thing. There is one shining beacon of hope that we could one day become perfect. And it's a fragrance, actually, a fragrance that everyone on this planet, top to bottom, agrees is perfect. What is that fragrance that I'm talking to you about? Well, it's over there. Somewhere in that direction. Drakkar Noir. Okay, it's Drakkar Noir. But I can't make a video going over Drakkar Noir 10 different times, so I'm gonna do the next best thing. 10 fragrances that I would give a 10 out of 10. For one reason or another. Keeping in mind that everything is not as perfect as this little beauty right here. All the scents that I share with you today are gonna be linked in the description, so feel free to check them out down there. And I've got a little bit of everything for you. Designer, niche, and clone. Where do we begin? Actually, let's begin with this one, okay? That right there. Cape Heartache from Imaginary Authors. Get the... That hat sucks, okay? I lied at the beginning of the video. It makes a crappy hat. Now I'm looking around to see if there's something else I can wear as a hat. I don't think so. Fragrance cap isn't gonna stay on my head. And I like Cape Heartache so much, I don't have one bottle. I got two. Yeah, this one was the first one that I bought way back in the day when they had 60 ml bottles instead of the 50 mils that they have now. And this was like the first iteration of the 50 ml size that they came out with. As you can see there, a different atomizer from the OG bottle. Now, one issue I have had with Imaginary Authors fragrances over the years is they do disappear. So as you can see there, little evaporation station going on. That's my favorite, when the fragrance goes away but I didn't wear it. That's pretty good. Oh, I didn't use it in time. It decided to leave me. Cool. But ultimately, it is what it is. And the fragrance is fantastic, so I can overlook the fragrance leaving me. Now, one thing with this, it is an indie fragrance, and by that, I mean it is an indie fragrance. For the people that love this, like myself, absolutely stunning. For your average person, they'll probably smell this and be like, no, no, no. But for me, perfect. Got the notes on the back, just in case you forget what they are, you can pick up the bottle and ramble them off like this. Douglas fir, pine resin, western hemlock, vanilla leaf, strawberry, old growth, and mountain fog. Now, being from the South, not the Pacific Northwest, which is where Imaginary Authors are based, instead of mountain fog, I say switch it out for Mountain Dew. Go ahead and make a flanker. The way this smells though is very, very coniferous, woodsy, deep, dark green, and also with a bit of sweetness that cuts through from the strawberry. It is something that I love to smell. I love the smell of, while at the same time fully understanding that it is maybe not for everybody. And these also are two different colors. Let's get into something next that more bros and joes out there are gonna wanna be spraying on. We will go with one of the clones. It is Mirage Absolute from French Avenue. So this right here is a clone of Latent Exclusive, of course by Parfums de Marly. That is easily one of the best things that French Avenue has put out. Now, French Avenue, of course, Fragrance World, same thing, same difference. They're probably most well known for Liquid Brune, which also really, really good. And that's a clone of Altair, so it's another PDM alternative. They seem to do those pretty well. But for my money, my taste, if you're looking for Latent Exclusive, but you don't want to spend the Latent Exclusive money because, I don't know, it's really freaking expensive and you got to make a car payment, you got to pay for your kids, they got a friggin' dental appointment coming up, you're behind on your mortgage now, You got car insurance coming out? You went to the grocery store and a package of Coca-Cola is like $15 for a 12-pack? What is going on? Oh, that's okay. You can get the 24-pack for $20. I'm buying in bulk now, brother. I'm safe. Money. Yeah, money, it seems to be going out that window faster than ever. So you see that late and exclusive price tag after you gave a little whiff to the scent, you were thinking, I'm gonna treat myself. And then you thought better of it. Well, don't worry. You can still get something that smells extremely similar with a really high quality scent profile right here. This is one of those clones where when you smell it, you go, holy heck, clone fragrances have gotten insanely good. And that's pretty much across the board, though sometimes you do hit some like that one that are just absolutely smashing it out of the park. And then from time to time, even to this day, you still smell the occasional new one that is absolutely terrible. And then you think, they're still not hitting it out of the park every time. All right, so we got a little indie niche, got a clone, designer time. You know what, let's go with Aeros. This is the Parfum. So I know that for some people, when they see that Aeros bottle, they just automatically fly into a rage. Or maybe that's overselling it. But they see the Aeros bottle and they think, ugh, that's a childish clubbing fragrance for little boys. How can you put that up there, that bubblegum trash? Ugh, I'm offended. Even the Eau de Toilette is really not that bad. But the Parfum edition is way nice. And it being an Aeros, it's not crazy expensive, which kind of goes back to what we just talked about. So, Aeros Parfum, it's an Aeros. It's made to be worn. It's made to get compliments. This is the type of fragrance that they want you to buy over and over and over again. So let's not mince our words here. This is not something that's trying to be crazy artistic, right? But what it does extremely well. It still has sweetness in there, but nowhere near the bubblegummy sweetness the Eau de Toilette has. It's a little bit aromatic, a little more mature, deeper, richer when compared to the EDT. The performance is there, so you're gonna get that longevity, you're gonna get that projection, it's going to get you noticed. It comes across smoother overall compared to the original, and to top it all off, it's a nighttime or daytime fragrance that you can wear in any season. And it's classy enough that if you want, you could dress that up and wear it in more formal occasions. You know, I just said that, and I've said it a million times. Sometimes it does sound a little weird. Yeah, you can dress that fragrance up. Like, what do you mean by that? You're a strange one. Of course, I mean, you can wear it to situations that call for more formal attire. Now, as I said earlier, you can find these in the description down below. And also what you can find down below in the description is coupons, coupon codes. Remember those? They're making a comeback. Yeah, they are. And I have a multitude, a smorgasbord, a cornucopia of different codes that you can use to save yourself some money. By the way, cornucopia, that was on the Fruit of the Loom logo. You can't tell me it wasn't. People trying to say it's the Mandela effect. Nah, the cornucopia that's where I learned the word cornucopia, was the Fruit of the Loom logo with the cornucopia. Okay, everybody argue in the comments about Mandela effect. But anyway, these coupon codes, you can use these to save money. We've got Gift Express, Maple Prime, JOMASHOP, Fragflex Perfume Box, and so many others. Where do we go next? You know what? Let's do this one. Red Tobacco, Mancera. Now, funny thing with Red Tobacco, I hated it when it first came out, so kind of funny. Not really funny at all. So yeah, Red Tobacco, and this was brand new. Ugh. It's because of that opening, which I am about to spray out right now. Can't wait until there's smell-o-vision in the future. They gotta make that a thing. I don't know how it would work exactly, but it'd be pretty cool. We could make this like a very interactive kind of thing. But yeah, Red Tobacco, when it came out, that opening, just, pungent. There's a lot going on. It is aggressive, it's strong, it's spicy, it's sweet. It feels like there are 15 different things all fighting at once to get your attention. The problem is all 15 of those things already have your attention because they are nuclear. So it's almost like this crazy hyperactive kid doing a science experiment, yelling at you at the top of their lungs while they've got some like brain rot going on in the background, also cranked up to 11, and they're just throwing chemicals into a test tube and they're like, ah, look at this, and stuff is flying all over the place. That's kind of how it feels like to your nose when you smell this off the top for the first time. And so I was like, ugh, no thank you. There is something to red tobacco though, other than the price, which is pretty good for a niche fragrance, pretty affordable from discounters. But as that dries down, as it settles, it gets so good. And there have been a lot of people out there who have smelled this one in the opening and been like, no thanks, don't even care how good it smells in the dry down because I hate the opening that much. But when it hits that dry down, it is magic. People love it. It smooths out, it sweetens up, and it becomes something that just draws people in from across the room because it still is really, really, really strong. Now, as time has gone on, I have learned to love the opening. I don't know if it's because of Stockholm syndrome, you know, something like that. Like I've been abused by the opening so long that now I'm like, oh, I like that. Yeah, hit me harder. You know, something like that. But now I like the opening. Doesn't bother me. And I still love the dry down, actually even more so now. And so it's something that, yes, it had to grow on me, but it was worth it. Kind of like Tom Ford Tobacco Oud. I always loved that one, but my wife, she hated Tobacco Oud for a long time. Next up, let's do this one. 1 Million Lucky Paco Rabanne. 1 Million Lucky is a fragrance that also over time, to me, just continues to get better and get better and get better. Now, I don't trust a single designer house as far as I can throw them, as far as keeping fragrances around, because there are scents that were like bestsellers. And I'm not saying, oh, they were 50th bestseller, like top 50. No, I'm talking like top 10 best-selling fragrances in the world that have been reformulated to death, that have been changed, kicked to the curb, and a new version brought out. So yeah, I don't know. I would like to feel more confident that if a fragrance is a best-selling scent, that it's gonna be around, but that's just not the case anymore. And there could be multiple reasons for that. A brand could reformulate because they have to, because of IFPRA regulations. They could reformulate because they think that they need to make it more contemporary, more modern. They could reformulate because they frankly want to spend less money on the formula. There's a lot of reasons. But while the getting is good and 1 Million Lucky is still here, I think it is one of the better year-round fragrances out there. Kind of like Aeros over here, I think you can wear this whenever you want. Fall, winter, spring, summer, day, night, whatever. And that is because it is both fresh and also a little bit deep, rich, and sweet. Great opening. That's a little bit ozonic with plum in there. It has this really nice nuttiness to it, which has become more and more and more popular as time has gone on. A little bit of a trendsetter here. So 1 Million Lucky, I'm gonna give it its flowers. Here are virtual flowers. Enjoy. Let's go designer again. This time Dior, Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Now, I would also say Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Original, heck with it, man. Dior Homme 2020. I like that one that much nowadays too. And Sauvage Elixir, Dior Homme Parfum, the original one. There are a lot of Dior fragrances where I just really like them. Dior is honestly, it's almost like a tale of two houses for me. I don't know if it's like this for some of you guys out there as well, but it's like the Dior fragrances that hit for me. Oh my God, some of the best stuff out. I smell it and I'm just like, yes, yes, yes. But then like the stuff that Dior puts out that doesn't work for me, I smell it and I go, this is an abomination against man and all things holy. This should not be. It's like a tale of two houses, I'm telling you. So when Dior announces something new, I'm like, yes, it's either gonna be one of my favorites or I'm gonna hate it so much. So Fahrenheit Le Parfum, it's got that Fahrenheit DNA, that kind of petrol vibe to it. So it's not gonna be for absolutely everybody, but I do think Fahrenheit Le Parfum, a little bit easier to pull off for people nowadays than like the original Fahrenheit is. The original Fahrenheit can push some people away. This one has more sweetness to it. It's got this like vanilla, like rum soaked vanilla, which really helps ease the use. It's a little bit smoother, sweeter, deeper, and classier as well. But, you know, typical Dior fashion, Dior Parfum fashion, a little bit pricey, but worth the price. Let's go niche again. Green Irish Tweed from Creed. That sounded awful. Part of me wanted to ninja punch that bottle just now to punish it for that noise, but I can't do that to the Green Irish Tweed. And I'm doing it to myself. Green Irish Tweed. Now this is one that some people are gonna say, ah man, GIT is just, it's old, brother, it's dated. And to that I would say, shut up. Don't you say that. This is a classic. You need to respect the classics. What's wrong with you? You gotta respect the classics in everything. Movies, music, pizza, it's equally important, you know? But Green Irish Tweed still works. It's classy. It is green, of course, fresh, lively, perfect for spring. Like that is one of the quintessential go-to springtime fragrances. There are clones of this one. There are designer fragrances that smell similar to it, niche fragrances that smell similar to it. But you know, I just keep going back to the OG, to the original Green Irish Tweed. It is pricey though, it's a Creed. And I remember for a long while, I don't know if they still market it this way, but they would say that this paint, you know, this paint here on the front of Green Irish Tweed, well, on the front, all around the bottle on Green Irish Tweed, that they went to like a very specific island in Greece and got like sand from the beach there and blended it with the paint, and that's why it looks this way. And you know, you can only get that one specific bit of sand to make it look like this. There's no other way. Creed loves a good story. But who knows, maybe they do that. I'm not gonna even bother to look it up right now. I kind of want to, but I'll just keep moving. Cologne Zone, yes, with vintage Rodeo from Lattafa. So vintage radio, interesting name in the sense that it has nothing to do with anything. But somebody at Lattafa was like, you know, it'd be sick, an AI generated radio on the front of a bottle. Or at least it kind of looks AI generated, maybe it's not. So this one is a clone of Inicio's Paragon, which is available for the low retail price of $410 US. But that's okay, you can find it at discounters for, I don't know, like $150 to $200, something like that. So still fairly expensive. This one right here, about 30, decent savings. The fragrance is quite sweet, but extremely appealing and has a nice creamy woodsiness as it dries. Big pop off the top, really attention grabbing. Great performance here. Quality fantastic for the price point. And Lattafa really well known for nailing that down. Low price, high quality equals popular. And this is one of their better ones. And it's not that it's unknown. It is quite a popular release vintage radio, but not quite as big as something like a Comra. What that's worth, not much, probably. Boss Bottled is next, Absolute. This stuff, fantastic. Hugo Boss absolutely nailing it with most of their Boss Bottled releases. Other than the 50 ml atomizer, it is garbage. Point of comparison, 100 ml atomizer. This is Bottled Bold Citrus, which I've actually had for a minute now. There we go. Couldn't find the atomizer. Still kind of sucks, actually. Maybe slightly better than that one atomizer was. Anyway, Boss Bottled Absolute. This stuff, you know, not ultra super far removed from what a Red Tobacco is doing, but it is smoother than Red Tobacco off the top, classier maybe, and not quite as aggressive with that spice. It's actually a bit closer to Carlisle, like a designer take on PDM Carlisle to an extent. Quality, absolutely fantastic. Boss Bottled Absolute, amazing fall, winter time stunner. Final fragrance is a lightning bolt. What? Bad Boy Cobalt. This is another one that as time goes on, I like it more and more. Aromatic, yes. Sweet, a little bit. Fresh, zingy, lively, a little syrupy as well with that sweetness, but the freshness helps offset the syrup so it doesn't become like headache inducing. Good performance, great versatility. Maybe leans a little more youthful, but I think even if you're older, you can still wear this and you'll have a fragrance with a little bit of a youthful edge because it's not like overpoweringly childish smelling. If that makes any sense? This is one that I think when it was very first launched, a lot of people were a little wishy-washy on it. It's taken a little while for people to kind of warm up to Bad Boy in general, but as time has gone on, and people have been able to kind of wrap their heads around this and, you know, wear it for a while. A lot of people have begun to really, really, really like it. And like I said, I'm one of those people. So Bad Boy Cobalt, wrapping it up. So there we go, guys. 10 different fragrances, a lot of them very different from each other, but each one of these, in their own way, perfect 10. But none of them as good as Drakkar. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.